So I'm getting people are stiff and it's a change of weather, so just lift and roll the shoulders. Turn your head to the left as you breathe in and then to the right as you breathe out. Come back to the centre. Lift and roll the shoulders and breathing in, raise the right arm up. Breathe out, turn the head to the left. Breathe into the centre and breathe out, lower the right arm. And then breathe in, raise the left arm. Breathe out, turn the head to the right. Breathe in, come to the centre. And breathe out, lower the left arm. Lift and roll the shoulders. Breathe in, raise both arms up. Clasp the hands and reverse them, palms upwards. Go slightly to lateral stretch to one side. Come to the centre. And a lateral stretch, either static or bouncing in and out to the other side. Come to the centre. Hands together, come through the centre, soften the knees, slide the hands to the shins, press hands down, lengthen, half lift from the tailbone to the top of the head. Soften the knees, bend in. Breathe in, half lift. Stay here as you breathe out. And then breathing in, press the feet down and roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. Lift and roll the shoulders. Breathing in, hands up, clasp and reverse the palms upwards. Turn to the side. Come to the centre and then turn to the other side. And come to the centre. Stretch up, palms together through the centre. Hands to the shins. Press onto the shins, breathing in, lengthen. Breathe out, soften the knees, bend the elbows. Breathe in, lengthen, half lift. Stay here as you breathe out. And when you're ready to breathe in, press your feet into the ground and roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. Lift and roll the shoulders. Breathing in, hands up, clasp and reverse. Just lift the heels, test your balance this morning. And then breathing out, lower the feet back down to the ground. Hands out to the shoulder height. Breathing out, turn the head to the left. Looking beyond the fingers of the third finger of the left hand. Come to the centre and breathing out, turn your head to the right and look beyond the third finger of the right hand. Breathing out, come to the centre, lower the hands, lift and roll the shoulders, and once we'll bring the hands to the centre as you bend the knees and bend the elbows. Hands onto the shins, half lift from the tailbone to the top of the head. Breathe out, soften the knees and soften the elbows. Breathing in, lengthen. Breathe out, staying where you are. And breathing in, press feet down into the ground and roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. Lift and roll the shoulders. And then come to clasping the hands behind you, knuckles to the ground, aim to the ground. Lift your hands away and then turn slightly to the left. Come to the centre and turn slightly to the right. And come to the centre. Release the hands, lift and roll the shoulders, and then just raise the hands up. Come through the centre, soften the knees, soften the elbows, hands onto the shins. Half lift as you breathe in,
Breathing out, soften the knees and soften the elbows. Half lift again. Stay here as you breathe out. And breathing in, soften the feet, soften the knees
as you come up vertebra by vertebra to standing. And lift and roll the shoulders. Step with the feet hip width apart and just very gently come to a familiar side to side. And then start to very gently slow it down and come to the centre. We haven't got sun today, but we'll make our own. Just circle the wrists upwards, open like sun rays, stretch your fingers, and then circle the wrists down. So for anyone who's been working on anything with the hands, and again, just circling up, stretch out, and then circle the hands down. And just open and close the fingers a couple of times. And then just release. Raise the right arm and circle the wrists one way and then the other way. So it's a brain exercise as much as anything else. And lower the right arm, lift and roll the shoulders, and raise the left arm, and again circle one way, and then circle the other way. And then just release downwards, and lift and roll the shoulders. And then just walk on a mat. You don't have to thump your feet down, but just the action of the feet on the ground sets a vibration going through the body. Certainly it's quite warming, which is quite nice, but it resonates throughout. And then just begin to slow it down. Lift and roll the shoulders, bring the hands to the centre, and then we're going to come down to lying on the ground, on our backs, knees bent, feet on the ground. Just take time to adjust to make yourself comfortable, and then you can have palms down alongside you. You can rest your hands on your abdomen as well. And just start by rolling the head to one side, come through to the centre and roll onto the back of the head to the other side. And again, roll the head to one side. The weight of the head is being supported by the ground, and then to the other side. And then come to the centre, keeping the right foot where it is, hug the left knee into the chest. And just circle the left ankle while you're hugging the knee into the chest. And then circle the left ankle in the other direction. And then dropping the hands to under the left thigh, clasping them, raise your left leg to the ceiling. You can keep your left knee soft and then extend the left heel and then point the toes up to the ceiling. Not too much to give yourself cramp, but just a gentle extension and then pointing the toes. And then you can walk your hands up the back of your left leg, bringing the left leg towards you. When your tummy starts to dome, you've gone far, or you've gone too far, so you're not going to necessarily go very far. And you can stay like this.
You can bring your hand under your head and neck to support them as you lift your head up as you're breathing out. Or if you're very strong in your core, you can just hold your leg and lift your head. And then breathing out, release your head back down to the ground. Hug your knee into your chest. Just circle the knee a few times in one direction and a few times in the other direction, so it brings the movement to the hips. And then opening the left knee to the left, place the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Hands either palms down or on the abdomen as you just very gently sway from side to side. Both knees move in the same direction. Your hip might lift off the ground. You're massaging across the top of your sacral area, the lower back area. And then come to the centre and very gently hug the left knee into the chest. Just enjoy that hugging in. And then still holding the left knee, as you breathe in, let the knee travel away from you to arm's length. Hug the knee into the chest. Breathing in, just let the knee travel away. Hug the knee into the chest. Breathing in, let it travel away. And hug the knee into the chest. And then very gently place your left foot on the ground. And come to sway your knees from side to side, just to massage and even up. And then very gently keep the left foot where it is and hug the right knee into the chest. Just enjoy that hugging in. Circle the right ankle in one direction. And then circle the right ankle in the other direction. And then dropping your hands underneath your right thigh, extend your right thigh up to the ceiling, your right leg up to the ceiling, and extend the right heel, and then release, pointing the toes up to the ceiling, so you're flexing your foot, and then reversing that. And then very gently walk your hands up the back of your right leg, bringing your right leg towards you. And again, you can choose to stay here. You can choose to have a support under your head with your hand and neck to lift up as you breathe out. Or if you're very strong in your core, you can just lift your head up. And then just very gently breathe your head back down to the ground. And hugging the knee into the chest as you open the right knee to the right and place the right ankle on the top of the left thigh. Hands either palms down or on the abdomen as you just very gently sway from side to side with both knees. Your sway is optional, a little bit or a lot. And then very gently come to the centre and hug your right knee into the chest. Just circle the right knee a couple of times in one direction. And then circle the right knee a couple of times in the other direction. And then hug the knee into the chest. And still holding the knee, let the knee move away to arm's length. Hug the knee into the chest. And let the knee move away to arm's length. And just do that a few times to your own breath pattern. works on your apana or foundational energy. So it tends to be very pain relieving. And then hugging the right knee into the chest, just let it enjoy that hugging. And then very gently support the right leg, right knee to bring the right foot to the ground. And hands either on the abdomen or palms down, or you could even have your palms out a little bit. We're going to be moving the knees once more from side to side. The feet can be wider than hip width apart. It's just to feel comfortable as you just sway the knees from side to side. And then start to involve the head. So as the knees drop to one side, your head might go to the opposite direction, away from the knees. And then stretch your legs out, almost in Shavasana. And breathing in, raise the right arm up above you, stretching on the right side. Breathing out, turn your head to the left. Breathing in, bring your head back. If that's too tight under the arms, bend the elbows a little bit, and then breathing out, lower the right arm and relax the right leg. And then extend the left heel as you bend the left elbow and raise your left arm above you. Keep the elbow bent if you're tight under your arm at all, stretching out. And then turn your head to the right as you breathe out. Breathe in, come back to the centre. And breathing out, lower your left arm back down alongside you. And then once more, bend both one knee and then the other. Hug both knees into the chest. And just rock slightly from side to side. And again, how much you rock from side to side is up to you. And we're going to be eventually coming over onto the side, so perhaps the right side if that's available to you. And we're going to be coming up to a seated position, however that works for you. I'm going to come to a cross-legged position, but if anybody'd like to stick with their legs out, then they're very welcome to do so. And come to soles of the feet together. So Sue, have you got any stiffness thoughts that you'd like to
stiffness
thoughts or anything that you want to work on today? Has anybody got any requests?
Any areas that anyone's?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a muscle, but I discover I have a little. I can't remember what they would call it, but it's like a little knot, like a little tendon knot, and there's apparently a name for it. It's a little bump. It's a muscle-related bump at the
Okay,
bottom.
I'm not
It's
sure what
permanent.
that's called.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have to.
So where is it?
It's just down here, and it's a tiny little, very hard, like a stone-like.
Oh,
Bump
right, okay.
inside,
That's your sort of digestive area.
And it's supposed to. We looked it up. It's supposed to be permanent, and sometimes it does grow
Oh,
bigger,
okay.
and sometimes it doesn't. It just depends, and it comes with age. It tends to happen
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
starting
we all
middle
have
age.
things that come just but that
But it
area
does
around
hurt
there,
if I press
it
it.
could be connected to your digestive
I
system.
don't have very good digestive system.
Well, there you go.
I never
Maybe-
had. I never had.
No, so
No,
maybe as
yeah.
you've got older that. So what's quite nice to do is so it's the inner part of your where your inner, what's it called? Instep.
Instead, yes.
And then just move across your foot a little bit. So you've got right inside your foot here. sort of in the middle of your foot, halfway down and halfway across. That's all your digestive area. So if you massage that, but try and massage it in a clockwise.
Clockwise as you look at it.
Yes,
Yes.
clockwise as you look at it. Well, so one would be one way and one would be the other, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's the way your digestive system works. So to do it in a sort of circular motion, and that can help sort of the digestive area. So that's all inside your instep, in the soft part of your foot underneath. That's all your, that's your stomach and your upper and lower intestines. So yes, so it could be that if you've got digestive problems, something like that just crops up. You know, it's not necessarily a bad sign of anything. It's just a sign that could be just a sign that something's not quite right in that area, or just
It says it's always benign,
yeah.
so it,
There's nothing.
it's nothing,
I mean,
you know,
the
it's
feet,
just,
the feet don't get anything.
Yeah.
Sort of
the only thing is
nasty
it just
at all.
doesn't, it won't, it shouldn't,
it's
never
just,
go
but
away.
it's just often an indication of something that might be going on in that area. So, but not necessarily something horrible,
it doesn't,
just a general.
it doesn't sound like it's anything harmful.
Yes,
Yeah.
if your digestive system isn't great, so there we go.
Thank you.
So no, thank you very much.
Thank
So
you.
just massage on the instep or in the soft bit of the underneath the foot, anywhere else that feels nice too. And then just gently either come to have your legs out in front of you. I'm going to come to an easy cross-legged position as I then hold the knees, or if you've got, sitting up as you breathe in, breathing out, rounding chin to chest. You might want to rock back slightly. Breathing in, sitting up, and breathing out, rounding chin to chest. And again, just a few times in your own breathwork pattern. Beginning to warm through the spine. And then come to sitting up. Left hand, just walk it out to the left. Tummy in. Your fingertips can be up or they can be down. Probably depends on the length of your arm. Bending your right elbow. Just slide over to the left. You can stretch your right arm out, or you can keep it bent, chin to chest, looking perhaps up or straight ahead. Tummy in. To walk your left hand back, come back to the centre, and then just slide your right hand out, bending at the left elbow, chin to chest, stretching over to the right, tummy in, and then lifting up. Lift and roll the shoulders. And then extend the left leg out. The right knee is bent up. You can have support underneath your right thigh. Just turn towards your left outstretched leg. Circle your hands up. I'm going to join my thumbs. Tummy in, bend your elbows, and just slide your hands down along the left leg. So it becomes a Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. We're not going to come down very far, just wherever the hands are on the shin. The forward bend on the left, to the left. And then tummy in as you slide your hands up the left leg. And then just right hand down, looking up at your left thumb. And then breathing out, lower your left hand. Hug your right knee into the chest. And then just stretch the right leg out. Hug the left knee into the chest. And just open the left knee out.
huffing and puffing here, sorry.
And just lengthen the body, turn towards the right leg. You can have both legs out if that's easier. And circle your arms up, joining thumbs, tummy in, bend the elbows, and just slide your hands down the right, to the right shin. Your forward bend, it's a rotation, and it's opening you up at the groin area, which kind of comes into your immune system. Just relax, and then very gently slide your hands up your right leg, hug your left knee in, and then just stretch out your left leg too, where both legs are stretched out. Just bounce the knees, and then just slide the hands down both legs. A gentle, simple forward bend. No striving. It will depend on your arm length, whether you hold your shins, whether you hold your big toes. You can hold the outer edges of your feet, just wherever that works for you. And then very gently sliding the hands up, lifting and rolling the shoulders. Turn the head once more to the left, again through to the right. And then come to hands and knees. So you're on all fours. And then there's puffing and puffing here. So just some very classic cat-cow. So your knees are hip width apart, your hands are shoulder width apart. Breathing in, dipping your back, either looking up or along the mat. That will depend on your neck capacity. Breathing out, grounding, chin comes to the chest. And just do a few of these in your own time. Dipping your back, looking either up or along the mat. And breathing out, grounding, chin to chest. Again, just take your own time. And then as you dip your back, round your back, chin to chest, and bring your bottom towards your heels. Your elbows will go towards the ground. Come back to all fours as you dip your back. Breathing out, grounding, chin to chest. Bottom goes towards the heels. Elbows go towards or onto the ground. And then dipping, snaking through. And then rounding. Come to your elbows. Bottom goes in the air. So this is almost I was going to say like a quarter dog, but just, and then you can have your bottom really up and stretch your arms in front of you if that works for you. That really does stretch out the thoracic area. And then the quarter dog. Bend your left elbow, your left hand goes across you and stretch out your right arm. Your elbow can be on or off the ground. Off the ground is a stronger stretch. And again, if you don't like your head down, you can always lift your head up onto the back of your hand. We change hands now, so the right arm, right hand goes across you, and your left arm extends, quarter dog on the left side. And then coming to slide both hands back, tucking the toes, tummy in, and we're going to come up to standing, however that works for you. Rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Coming to stand. raising the hands up and just swaying from side to side. Come to the centre, lower the hands, lift and roll the shoulders, and then roll the right shoulder forwards a few times. Roll the right shoulder back. Roll the left shoulder forward. Almost involve the whole shoulder. And then roll the left shoulder back. And then lift and roll both shoulders back, setting your shoulders. Once more breathing in, turn your head to the left. Come to the centre and turning your head to the right. Come back to the centre. For the eyes, look up. Your head stays still. Imagine a clock in front of you. And the centre of the clock would be about arm's distance away from you. Keeping your head still, look to your 12 o'clock. Come through the centre to your 6. Come back to the centre and go to 3. And then go to your 9 o'clock. And then go back up to the centre and move around clockwise slowly. Note where you jump. I've just jumped from 3 to 4 and down. And then roll from the 12 o'clock anti-clockwise around the clock. And then rub your hands together and just place your hands over your closed eyes and open your eyes into the palms of your hands, and then just slide your hands away from you and lift and roll the shoulders. Hands together, and then just very gently, we're going to come down onto our tummies and we're going to repeat the shoulder movement in this lizard or reptilian movement. So, come onto your elbows and you can see me better if I use my left arm. Just have your left arm out, either fingers up or hands down, hands, whatever, and just almost move from side to side, rolling your shoulder. It's a freestyle movement. Move the other way. It becomes a back bend movement even though you're on your tummy because you're lifting up slightly. So any back bend movement is uplifting for the mood. And then just bring your left elbow to the ground and have your right elbow, your right arm up. Your choice. You just sort of move, swirling your shoulders, your elbows, going from side to side. It moves muscles that we don't normally move. It's very lizard-like with the elm hop, so it's quite interesting. And then just move the other way. And then just bring both elbows to the ground and look to the ground, so this becomes Sphinx. Just move to where you become comfortable. Wobble your bottom from side to side. You can tuck the right toes underneath, lifting the right leg and extending the right heel back, and then lowering the right leg to the ground. And you can tuck the left toes underneath, lifting the left leg, extending the left heel back, and lowering the left leg to the ground. Dropping the heels out to the side and just wobbling the bottom from side to side, jelly wobble. And then breathing in and out. And then come to lie elbows out to the side. You might like to rest your head on the backs of your hands. Your knees come slightly wider.
Bend at the knees so that the soles of the feet are to the ceiling, and just rock from side to side from your hips. So your legs will sway from side to side. And again, this is quite releasing. If you feel stiff, it somehow opens you out at the front of the hips. It sounds very strange. And then lower your legs back down to the ground, lift your knees and just straighten up your knees. And then we're going to come sliding the hands back, come via child. So I'm going to come up onto my knees and just big toes together, knees apart. Don't have to come right down into child, but just a child. You can come classically up and arms up, or just stretch out for a couple of breaths. And then sliding the hands, sliding the bottom to the side. We're going to come back once more to sitting in a cross-legged position, if we can manage that. If not, just come with your legs straight out. And then just relax. It's a breathing exercise. We're going to count to 9 and back again. So all you do is, as you breathe in and out, breathe in again, and as you breathe out, count 1. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, count 2. And do that to 9, breathing in and on the out breath counting 3. And when you get to 9, go backwards to 1 again. If you lose track, just start from the beginning. And as you breathe in, just notice where your breath is going. If it's on the outside of the nostrils or the inside, where it goes to. And it's not so much, if you don't finish counting, it doesn't matter. It's just the focus of the breath in and out.
And it doesn't matter where your count is or if you've had to go back to the beginning. Begin to think about letting go of any counting. Just bringing your chin to your chest. Interlacing the fingers and the thumbs are free and bringing the hands to the heart. And just have or set your thought for the day. It can be for yourself or someone close to you. And mentally repeat that thought for the day a couple of times. And then let it float away. The intention has been set for the day. And then just releasing and letting go. Taking a bow for yourself, chin to chest. And thank you very much for joining me today.